views and opinions of the show is not the views and opinions of Stateside Reds Network or YouTube, social media. I'm pretty sure our higher ups are not gonna like this show. They never do. But anyway, um, this is United Untapped. That is Brian. I am Casey. This is gonna be. It was supposed to be a Friday show, but man, B, I had a terrible headache. I just was like, um, I was just gonna go home and sleep, and that's exactly what I did. Sometimes
All good.
fucking, the end of the weekend, you think like you want to be vibrant and feeling good, but then sometimes you have these massive fucking shits. But anyway, so we didn't do the Friday show. We're just here to talk about basically just wrap up everything where we're at. Once again, I'll get the sponsors in. I always forget that part, B. That's the most important part. Belor and
Gotta get
Banukin
the sponsors in.
and Shay Gideon, one of the finest personal injury law firms in the state of California and the country. They'll handle everything from wrongful death, wrongful firing. Um, Wrongful firing, how do you? I never knew you could sue people from firing you. I would have looked into this like in my fucking teens. I would have sued. Did Disneyland? I worked for Disneyland. I wonder if they fired me or did I quit? Disneyland is just hard to work for, dude. It's like
I bet it could
it's
be
a
rough.
huh?
I bet it could be rough there.
It's different though. I mean, it's like whatever park you work in is like if you work in Frontier Line, that's like Frontier is like all the Western shit is. You can grow a beard out and shit, but everywhere else you have to be clean shaven every fucking day, and I hated that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was my first job out of high school, and it was like summer, my senior year, going into college, and my mom fucking I'm not cursing at my mother by no means. But
Of course.
what happened? She started taking care of a manager for Disneyland, and all shit went to hell. And then she said she had a great idea. Oh, my son needs a job. He's just sitting around, probably smoking pot. Uh, he needs something to do with his summers before he goes off to college and play football. And then I came home one day with a friend, beautiful friend. And my mom's like, I got you a job at Disneyland. Isn't that great? In her Jamaican accent. Me have to get you a job, big job at Disneyland, go do things. And I was just like, no, I don't want to work this summer. I just want to chill and slay as much as I can before I go off to college. The last thing I want to do is work. Our
Yeah.
Darlene says hi. Hey, what's up, Darlene?
Like,
Well, go on. So, and that's what basically is right now. We are on summer break. Also, we're brought to you by Red Devil Threads for the finest merch, custom made merch, anti glazer merch. Get it through Red Devil Threads and use the Stateside Red discount. See how professional it is? I go in and out of stores and bring it right back in there. But so basically, that's where we are on summer break right now before work. Because Manchester United hasn't doing anything. But are you surprised? It is what it is. I mean,
no, and it's still early. I mean, we're just getting to July. I mean, we all wanted things to happen quicker. I think everyone's impatient about signing in Bumo because they want to get on to signing a 9. Because it seems like we do kind of somewhat focus on one project more than some other things like and Bumo is the focal point right now. But they're still kind of talking and doing their having some casual conversations with other teams about other players.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and Bumo is what has everybody gasped because we were expecting it to just happen right away, especially Acuna and Bumo. We put in the first bid, and then Bumo said he rejected Tottenham. I guess that it came out rejected Tottenham, and he was for us. So then it became a situation where Head was just like, he's there, he wants to be part of the club, go make the deal. But I've always felt, I've been saying it for the last maybe week and a half in chat groups. July 1st, doesn't it make sense? It
Yeah.
makes more sense to do business when the new financial fiscal period starts, so you can start fresh instead of
Yeah.
adding on money to the current one. So
And maybe the club
yeah,
was making these offers that they knew were going to kind of get turned down just to buy time to get to July.
yeah, some feelers,
You know what I mean?
like
So it's
okay,
like, we're going to do this, but then we kept going low, and then they come back a little bit later, then we come back, and meanwhile, we're July 1st is Tuesday. So um, I think Mbumo will probably happen this week. It sounds like that seems to be the general consensus right now.
yeah, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I think a lot of us are worried that they, and then the worry, and it falls under everything that we worry about. If we're going to have a player come in time for camp, so the coach can have his guys. Camp doesn't start till July 7th. I think that's when you can start really saying like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
We should have some dudes in here. We only have one new dude in here. Rashford's back. Sancho's
Rancho
back.
is back.
Is Anthony back? Anthony can't
Anthony's
come
back.
back.
He's back.
I mean, he's still
He's
under
trying to
contract
he's
for
trying to
two
leave,
more
but
years. Well, not
he,
Anthony. I'm sorry, Ganacho. Is he coming back to camp?
oh, I would assume he would. I mean,
I mean, he's under
batteries
contract,
just
my
didn't.
G.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, that's the thing with like what Amarim said to him and all that about better find a new club and all. Like, you can't be saying that unless you know he's leaving. Because what if he doesn't leave? And now it's
You know
like,
what?
okay, well, you're going to play on the bench. It's like that coach and that player aren't going to work well together, like really ever again, probably. I mean,
You
that's
know,
that's kind of like the final fuck you.
it's facts on what you're saying right now about Amron because I hope he learns from these early mistakes about um it's like he used the media in a way to his advantage where we all said he's well spoken, yada yada yada, Ray. We thought he could speak well and he's honest. And I wonder if he got gassed and was feeling himself like, okay, I'm just gonna use the media and blast people.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, he could.
even though that Ganacho shit didn't come out in the media, it was leaked. I hope he learns there's ways to deal with players and shit instead of just going out in the media and going crazy. Because
Yeah,
a lot of it was, he could have kept that in office, and I agree with like when people say that he could have kept it in office. But shit, Ganacho should be. I mean, by contract, he's supposed to be back. Can you imagine that camp with all them
you
dudes?
got three dudes that know you don't want them there, and they don't want to be there. That's wild.
That is a waste man camp.
Anthony's the only one that's not really doing like being run by his ego right now or his agent.
No,
Uh,
Anthony's the one that's doing it right.
he's
I
acting
think
like a
that
pro.
I think that's another situation. Now, that's another thing we gotta be ready for the first on the outgoings.
We gotta get some. We gotta get the
Well,
ball rolling on
that's when
those.
the international market opens up too, July 1st. So maybe teams are waiting for that too to be like, all right, we're bringing him in. Now we'll give you this, we'll offer that. That's hopes. Because I
Yeah,
mean, if you look at the guys right now who needs to get out, I mean, as of today, Anthony's winning. He's doing his thing. There's been talks with Baptiste. They're going back and forth. Anthony's come out said he'd take a pay cut. So by all means, that should work, right? You know what I mean? It seems like a deal
I
that
think
he's
it'll
feeling.
happen. I think it'll
Yeah. Why?
happen.
Why the fuck not? I mean, Anthony. If anybody out of this group who just should be an easy sell, it's got to be Anthony because what he was doing for Real Baptiste and the whole vibe, it was flags and shit and shirts off, and
He's the only
it's
one
like
that doesn't have any drama really either. I mean, aside
right.
from his courtroom stuff from a while back, but like he's not a diva. I mean,
Now
he
his
is a
life
diva,
has
but
changed. So
Yeah.
you would hope Anthony's the one G out of that group and be like, yeah, man, we proud of you. Go get that team. And
Yeah.
K Slater 26 says Sancho, Rashford potentially, Ganacho, Anthony. Yeah, as the outgoings, yeah. What are you saying? Rashford. He said Rashford potentially who? Rashford or Ganacho? Ganacho's the hardest. How you feel? I think Ganacho might be the hardest sale.
I think Sancho's going to be the hardest sell just because he's not moving on his 300 a week.
Yeah, but
Um,
this is why I put up here. I had a topic that said Sancho ain't slick. Sancho, this is what's gonna happen to Sancho. Everybody, some team is gonna come in for him, like because he absolutely don't want to go to Turkey because they came up with the highest ratings, and I guess Mourinho has already said do one. He wants the Italy teams. July 1st, someone's gonna come in with a bid, and the money might be right, but the weekly wages is not gonna what Sancho like. Long story short, Ray. Sancho is going to go to either Juve or Napoli on a loan. They're going to pay half his salary. We're going to pay half his salary.
you know,
He's going to get his full Ross Clout wages like he always wanted, and he's playing in Juve or Italy with a loan with option to buy. It's 1 year thing. Everybody's going to see what's happened. We hopefully we get the option to buy in there because having Sancho just go in there on a loan and well, actually it's on him because he'd be out of contract. So it is what it
yeah.
is. So Sancho's winning in this, everybody. He's winning in this one. Sancho just has to
Sancho
keep
is
saying
winning. Yeah.
he's going to win this battle. So that's what I'm saying. He's not going to be tough. Some more comments. Outs to me just as important as in. Oh, yeah. Outs is where we get a new striker. Kay Slater again. Like
Yep.
Garno, he's 20 on a decent contract. Yeah, he is on a decent. He's the guy. He gets sold. And I'll miss the most. Yeah, he's the guy that gets on you'll miss the most. I like arrogance in the United Wingers. Boy, this is Garnacho has really been a talking point in our group because we've all say this. I don't know how you feel about Garnacho. We understood his anger, his frustration. You know what I'm saying? We all understood why my man went on this team, but
Yeah.
he also should realize he was on strike two already under the coach, and maybe. But see, this is another situation where I hope the coach learns from how he deals with his players. You can't be you in today's coach. You always got to today's time. You always got to know how to deal with these dudes 1-on-1. Ganacho thinks he's lit. Ganacho thinks he's that dude. So
Yeah.
blasting in front of his teammates might not have been the best way to reach Garnacho. You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
So in
Yeah. You got
some
to
ways, go ahead.
deal with people. You got to deal with people differently and like on an individual basis um, to really like get the best out of them.
Yeah, and me personally, if I work with these young kids and American football is everybody. So I have kids I got to treat differently. You know what I'm saying? Some kids I
Yeah.
got to be real. I can't be yelling at them in front of everybody because they can't take it. So I pull them aside later, like, listen, this is why you dropping the ball, boo, 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 whatever. Some
Yeah.
kids out here be blasting in front of the whole group. You being a real, you being soft right now, and they like that. They like that. Yeah, yeah. I want everybody to know I'm the guy. So I think Ganacho's the guy. He could have kept by man managing him better. Is that? And I'm not slating the boss in no way, people, but I think some ways he's young and he's learning how to maneuver the biggest club in the world. Sometimes I think his man management skills have let him down. Is that fair?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I pretty much agree with everything you said there. You just can't. You gotta understand, like these guys are under contract, and like you may not, you may want to move them, you may, be trying to, but it ain't necessarily gonna happen, and so you can't really burn that bridge like that. to me. Um, Talking about you better hope someone signs you. Like
Yeah, that sounds crazy if you think about it.
that's like if someone told me that, I'd be like, oh hell no, dude. Like I'm done with this fool. I'm done with
Yeah,
this
this
fool.
yeah, he tripping.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been here
like,
longer.
oh,
I've been here.
like the
I've been here longer than you, my G. Don't talk to me like that.
that's like the breakup. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
we done now. So I
Can you
hopefully he learns
imagine?
from it.
Yeah, I
I
hope.
do.
I hope he needs to because, especially after Eric Ten Hag would lose, he lost players, and then it's come out in interviews where they said Eric Ten Hag lost the team. When the players said that they rehired and extended his contract, there was a vibe in the locker room like, why did they do that? We don't want to play for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So there was a disconnect from management and feeling the vibe in the locker room. But anyway, my point is, Amber's got to realize you've got to don't be mad management problems because Eric Ten Hag just got basically when the players didn't believe in him,
yeah,
shit went to hell. But the
yeah.
one thing he's got going for him is bringing in new guys. I like the Cunha signing and Boomer. I'm telling you, it's all gonna happen July 1st. But the original question was, my man says here, we were saying who's going to be the easier sell. I think Garnacho, Sancho is not going to be as hard as Garnacho. Getting Garnacho out is a problem because he's on this, excuse me, on this, I need Premier League. And I love Darno. So he's going to be a tough one. Rashford, the latest is, he said he'd take a pay cut for Barca. Um, uh, Barca's going to sign Nico Williams first. I don't trust Barca.
I don't think they're gonna take him. If they do, they're gonna lowball the piss out of us. Or try and spread it out over a crazy number of years or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Uh, yeah. Uh, you know, it's just crazy to me. Some of these players that like, nope, I'm only playing for this team. Like it's just
Yeah,
like wild to me when you're like you know your time is up where you're at. Like you need to get somewhere else. And of all the leagues and all the countries, like you want one team on this planet that you want to. I get like having a priority. Like I want to go here if we can, but like
or this league.
to not be open to anything else, to just be like, nope, it's this or nothing. Like is like wild to me. Like from
Yeah,
a
he could
like
go play like. What's wrong with like he? What if he could go to Dortmund and light that shit up?
yeah,
You know?
yeah, 100%. You don't have to like stay out there forever. Go out there, do a couple years, 2 year, 3 year deal, show you're back on your on your game, and then you can come back to England probably easily. You know what I mean?
The whole Rashford situation for me personally hurt the most out of all these dudes.
Yeah,
I could give a fuck about Sancho's lame. I could give a fuck what he goes through. I wish Sancho had like a. Why couldn't he test positive for some type of drugs so we can get him out of contract? He just unfair. I hate to say that's an evil thing to say, but he's no.
yeah,
And I know some people's like, nah, these dudes' contracts ain't for, their careers ain't forever. Ray. But you don't want to see whenever you see as an ex athlete we used to talk bad about people in my time, like if you got caught with steroids and shit like that. And then there was the other ones who would be like, he's all for self. He ain't really about the team thing.
yeah,
So Sancho, I look at him like, dude, you just. I mean, I get it. You want your bread, but you should be broke. You should be able to be like, all right. But he was in the last year's contract. But he's just the way he left. All the Sancho story is really irritating. But the Rashford one is the one I'm hurting the most because my man came out and I was with Rashford until the minute he said, "I need a new challenge." I was like, "Oh, so you're leaving us, right?" You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're
yeah,
saying it's over now. Oh, wow, you gotta go.
He's a
And,
Manchester kid. He's, academy kid. Came up first team. Had a couple. He had that one great season. Had a couple okay ones, and then he just hasn't found it again.
I always wonder what truly went wrong with the Rashford? Was it the supporters? Was
I
it the
think the
media?
supporters got a little toxic with him. The media, I think it's the supporters got a little toxic with him, and the media focus on the supporters being toxic to him. Because it
Yeah,
was all media's just reposting all these trashing Rashford posts and stuff like that, and it's just like, dude's online. You know what I mean? He's a 20-something-year-old kid. Like,
yeah,
he's just seeing this stuff, especially from fans. It's just like, well, shit. All right, you know what I mean? Like, you expect
yeah.
it from other people, but like from fans to be and it being consistently getting hate. I
Yeah.
feel Rashford got done a little dirty, and I don't think it's just all him. But
No, it ain't. You're right. You're right. I mean, the Rashford breakup, like you said, it was the roughest. And we all read the shit that people was talking about him, talking crazy about him. I know the numbers have dropped off drastically. You know,
100%.
the numbers was just crazy, and then you could see that you go to the game and you see people's. Hey, what's up, Robert D. London? Yeah, yeah, we're both of us are well, man.
Doing good, man.
We're talking about Rashford right now. Just talking about where did it go wrong. We were both saying that the Rashford breakup was, or not breakup, that him leaving the club was the hardest out of the Sancho, Garnacho. Oh shit, Malacia. PSV said that they're not gonna extend Malacia's contract. So I didn't mean to switch subject on everybody. Malacia might be back in camp. That's
We
crazy.
got we're getting that fullback for sure.
But the point I was saying there, we were just talking about Rashford. Where did it go wrong? I mean, for him to be like, get to the point where he's like, it ain't easy for him to say he's leaving. I
Yeah,
know he's getting paid bags and shit, and people was talking about, yeah, he's getting paid, yada yada. But that's the club you grew up loving. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I know it was hard. It wasn't easy on him. Yeah, but back to pick it back up what you're saying, for Rashford to come out and be like, I just want to only Barca. My G, you're setting yourself up for failure.
yeah. It's like when you're not, they can't do it. So now what? You want to stay here? Like, no, well, if
You're really,
you can't play someone that doesn't want to be there. They're not. You're just not going to get the best out of them when there are other people that can play that position that want to be there and want to do good things. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. I'm telling you, from what I've seen, if I'm a Premier League player that's struggling, I'm heading to Italy so fast. I'm there. I'm going to the Napoli's, the
Yeah,
Juventuses, the AC Milans. What? These are big clubs, bro.
yeah.
These are
Oh, big.
big clubs.
Yeah, global clubs. Those are huge. You know what I mean?
The Barca thing is crazy, and the thing Rashford, what I struggle to understand with Rashford is, Barca has financial problems too, because
Yeah,
they're talking about selling dudes to keep certain dudes. And then they said they're gonna spend what, like 70, 80 on Nico Williams, and you're expecting them to come and rescue you?
yeah.
Romper D. London says, I also believe Rashford would have been our number seven. Huh. Wearing the seven or playing the seven? I don't know. He's probably wearing that's seven. If you talk about the seven number, that's a tricky thing.
I think he's talking
I
about
think,
kid number, but
yeah. After,
I said,
I truly believe after Mason Mount is done wearing the seven, we need to put it on hold for 2 years. Really, really evaluate our selection process of the number seven. We should never ever give it to somebody. Okay, hey. What should be the criteria for the number seven? You have to be an international.
You
Okay,
can't.
folks, we're gonna switch it up. We're switching up. Everything switch up. Let's talk about the number seven. I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry. I'm on one.
No, we're good.
The number seven of Manchester United has been abused,
Mm.
misrepresented. Uh, it's been used as a tool to sign players and entice them to come to the club, and it's been nothing but failures ever since. Who was the last decent seven? See, that's why we gotta think that hard. I know my guy Valencia wore it, but then he gave it up. He's like, "Nah, this is too heavy. Can't wear this." Who
Yeah.
wore it? Who wore it before Valencia?
Uh,
First of all, folks, I just wanted to let you know
I
I'm
don't remember who.
53. My memory is burnt. I got women walking up to me in the streets and be like, Casey. I'm like, I have no idea who you are. You don't remember me? We dated the whole summer. I was like, no, I don't ring it. Like, I don't even know who the human being is. That's crazy, B. I've had situations where gal walk up to me and be like, Casey, and I'm looking at them like, yo, what's good? And they're like, you don't even know who the hell I am.
No.
So my memory is the worst.
Yeah,
Like I
mine's
said,
bad too.
Mount, Robert D. Love says Mount getting the number seven was a joke thing. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I'm not. Bringing Rashford back and give him the number seven. See, Robert, you see, this is how I. Once we break up, my G, it's a breakup.
Yeah, we done.
Yeah, you're talking about bringing my guy back and giving him the seven. See, that's the problem there. You're using the seven to bring back Rashford. We are abusing I feel like a lawyer for the seven. We are abusing the number seven. Once Mason Mount is done with the seven, it should be on a hold, and there should be a cry. We should, as the fan base, should come up with the criteria of wearing the number seven at Manchester United. It's just given out too easy.
I don't think you should
Marcus
give it to
Lanham
anybody
said,
coming over. Nobody that hasn't played yet. They got to play at least a season and before
Marcus
they
Lund
before they
Hansen said, we can't even get Mboum over the line, but Chelsea can get a deal like João Pedro done in less than because they got money. Next,
go. They got cash.
they got cash. Go ahead, B. What were you saying? Not to be quick, Marcus, but they got money.
They got money.
What were you saying, B? This is
I
the West
totally.
Coast Red, by the way. This is LA. This is the West Coast Red show. Thank you. This is United Untapped. Please drink responsible. We always be of a legal age, which is 21 here in the States, and I believe it's 18 in the UK. So
There
everybody,
you
thank you for joining us. We are United Untapped. We just talk shit and blend in United. But anyway, the seven is abused, and now shout out to Robert D. He's like, tell Rashford he can have it and he can come back. See, that's twerking. I'm not twerking. Once you told me we were broken up, just go ahead. But
yeah.
don't tell me you want. But I only want to date. I'm leaving you, but I'm about to leave you for Nick Cannon. He's got six baby mamas. He's spreading bread. So you're gonna leave me for a dude got six baby mamas? Okay.
Oh
Um,
man.
Marcus Lund says United just can't agree on the fee for him. And back to Marcus said Brentford are good with installment and payments. Yeah, but you know what? Salute to Marcus again. You know, it's Marcus. As we said earlier in the show, July 1st, baby. I think the club just went to July 1st because it starts a new financial period. It's better to start fresh instead of putting on more. We could get penalized for PSR for this current financial period if we put more money on it. Just come to the new thing, brother, and start fresh.
Yeah.
So July 1st, Thing was happening, and B said it so perfectly earlier. He said that the club probably already realized that they're going to do business July 1st. They're just all these bids are feelers. Like, okay, so what about 55 in additions that come up to 60? Oh, you don't like that? Okay, how about we hit you with the 60 and Ray plus additions? You like that? So they're probably just getting a feel for Brentford, what Brentford wants, and then it's let's see what happens on July 1st.
I like the fact that we're going in low and not just like how much you want for this guy. I don't know, 90 million. Okay. And like where we don't even negotiate, like we just get hosed. You know what I mean? Like we've done in the
Yeah,
past.
yeah.
So I like that they're trying to get the best deal they can and not getting just you know the Woodward era. We would have probably paid 75 for Mbumo.
Excuse me again.
You know what I
Check
mean?
it out.
They're asking 62, and we would have paid 70 plus easy.
Right. It makes sense. It makes total sense to do it like that. Especially if you know you're not going to start. The international market doesn't start to July 1st either. So the new financial period starts July 1st. Everybody's calm.
Yeah.
Everybody's just chilling. Everybody's just like, okay, let's do some feelers. It makes sense. It makes sense. Well, come July 7th, when camp starts, Marcus, if we don't have players coming in, if Mbumo's not signed, it's time for some camp or preseason training. Then let's start talking shit about the leadership. Then
Yeah.
let's start talking shit. But right now, I think things are calm. It really is not much pressure on Mandan for to do things. Marcus says again, hopefully we'll get Gukers in also. That's where the sales need to come involved. That's where we need
Mbumo's gonna
sales.
be the Mbumo's gonna be the last signing unless we get some sales. Like we might get somebody on
Yeah.
loan or something, but we're not gonna get anybody of consequence if we don't sell 2, 3 guys.
If we don't get this weight off, boy, we in some problems because we front. We access the front. Like, oh, we
Uh,
gonna need a front this. Can we front it? Can you get it?
we're
we get
living
this.
check to check over here, dude. You know
We
what I mean?
checking it, baby. We over
Yeah,
here. We gotta
yeah.
move. We got product. We need to move.
Trying to clip some
We need to
coupons and
move.
shit, dude. Yeah, we got that
I'm sorry.
shopping
This is how the
cart.
West Coast. This is how we talk on the West Coast. We Romper D. London says we all know Rashford is the top player. He just lost his confidence, and why not let him redeem himself? And then, okay, we're gonna come back to Romper. You know, and he was doing this the last time. He was banging for Rashford, and he was making it seem like people don't love Rashford. Listen, Rashford is the hurt. It's the hurt. Rashford broke. You don't feel he broke your heart, my G? He left you. He left you, my guy. He said that he needed to do bigger things somewhere else. Needed a new challenge when he ain't won a Supreme yet. He ain't won the Champions League yet. Yeah, he won an FA Cup in Europa. Cool. So what's the new challenge? If you ain't fulfilled all the
Yeah.
Brian, Romper, DJ, Copa Radio, Marcus, we all are used to Premier Leagues, Champion Leagues. That's what
He
gets us
didn't even
turned
win. He
on.
hasn't even won the league. He didn't
That's
even
what
won
I'm
the damn
saying.
prem. Like, what new challenges? Like, that's just say you want to go, which is, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, that
Boy
was that was a
commented,
bonehead thing to do. Yeah, I thought he thought Barcelona was going to come calling because they knew he wanted to be
I
there.
don't know
And
what he thought. He must have thought Barcelona was on some like Barcelona must have been gassing him like, yeah, you're it, my G. We're gonna soon as you're done with Villa, we're coming in for you. You're the guy.
yeah, dude
We
got
love you,
catfished or
Marcus.
something. I don't
Trust
know.
he got catfish like a motherfucker. That's what exactly happened. Because for you to come out and
Wow.
be like, I'm only doing Barca.
Are you?
Really? What do you know? You must know a lot more than we know, because Villa don't even want you back. And they had you. Villa seen you
Yeah.
do work, and they're like, we passed. We're cool.
Well,
Damn, these
somebody
comments.
else will, Yeah.
Let me see
100%.
these comments there. DJ Copa Radio, salute to DJ Copa Radio, says they're also working on cardinal payments. Yeah, we on cardinal payments. We on all that shit. Buy now, pay later. That's what we doing. Robert D. London hasn't lost. Oh, okay. So Marcus London's talking to Robert. He said he hasn't lost confidence in interest. There's a lot of different managers, years of permanent to style of play. He's shown at Villa that he was good. Was he good at Villa? He said a lot. He
It's all
said he's played
right.
for a lot of different managers over the years. No permanent style of play. He's shown at Villa that he's good team and a good style of play. He said so
He was
basically he's saying
better.
that he showed at Villa with a good team and a good style of play. He showed some. I thought he didn't show much.
He didn't do a whole lot there. He played better there than he did for us, but he wasn't doing shit for us. So I mean, that's a low bar to pass. You know what I mean? He was doing okay there. He was doing poorly for us. So I mean,
Yeah, I
he didn't
mean,
light the world on fire. He had a few goals, a
what
couple of assists. Like I don't know what his numbers were, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't get prolific on goals, assists, or anything.
what it looked like Rashford was doing, other than doing for us, he was running hard.
Yeah,
Um, he was playing with a lot more spirit, and that's what I saw. Maybe
yeah. He
the
was more
numbers didn't
energetic.
match, but he definitely played much harder for Villa than he did for United did in these last years. So
He
that's
had
the
way
difference I
more
saw.
heart than that. Yeah, way more heart
Uh,
playing for Villa.
Sam Frills says, "Good morning, guys. Do you think Mbumo saga is way more stretch? We should have wrapped up the deal before preseason." Well, salute to your question. Yeah,
We might have
we'll
done
see
the
July.
stretching.
Yeah. I mean, I
We might have
mean,
just been calling dibs. Like, okay,
it,
we're talking to this guy. We're gonna sign him. We're gonna, you know what I mean? Just kind of delay things till the first, like I was saying earlier.
it's Swiper. If it feels like we are, I hope I'm saying your name right. Listen, Brian and I are coming off a weekend here in Los Angeles. It's beautiful. The weather's beautiful. I had people over the house yesterday. It was went through like 3 bottles of whiskey. It was ladies. It was pretty feet. It was a thing. So we're forgive me if I destroy your name, but anyway, it sounds like we knew that we weren't going to do business till July 1st when the new financial period starts. So I think all these bids we are doing for Mbumo, we locked up Cunha good, bam. Mbumo, I think all these bids are we knew we weren't going to do business till July 1st. Feel it out, throw it out, see where we're at. So now when we put in a bid, we should be putting in the next bid should be the correct bid.
If the next bid gets rejected, then there's a problem.
That's another reason for like these guys are dickheads because July
Yeah,
1st is here and their bid, the third bid should have been the bid. Should have been like, okay, we know we're not.
yeah.
Robert D. London says we need a lot of players gone. Rashford is the last on my list. One more message says that Rashford is now Everton or West Ham levels. Ooh, that's painful. Sancho did better at Chelsea than Rashford did at Aston Villa. No,
I
no,
don't agree with that.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Rancho
But
did minimal of shit at Chelsea. Yeah.
Company says say hi. Yeah, say hi. We said hi. Marcus Lamb Henson says, I mean, started Rashford against PSG over Watkins, so you with must impress the Villa coach. Sam Priest said is in PSG. Villa is in PSR classes, so they ain't trying to buy much anyway. They need to sell. Fact. So let's go back to something here. Um, Emery started Ollie Watkins over in PSG. Um, I think what the treatment of Ollie Watkins hurt Villa. He definitely had a better vibe with their team. I thought he understood the team than more than Rashford did. They had a connection going, and honestly, if I could be frank, I thought in introducing Rashford that quickly and that frequently hurt their team chemistry. I'm just gonna be that's yeah, he looked good, but Ollie Watkins did way more than Rashford was doing.
Yeah.
So that's Villa is in the PSR crisis. So they yeah they are they are they're like we're like the fourth best. They're like the third worst. How did that
Yeah.
happen?
They're in
They
they're in
invest.
the relegation zone on the
Yeah,
PSR list.
they fucked up. And Booma deal taking way too long. We need a minimum of 5 new players this summer and 6 or 7 players out. We just talked about players
You
in
ain't
and
gonna
out,
get
and then
either of those. You're not
you're
getting
not gonna
either of
get
those.
either of those, my guy.
I'm
You're
sorry.
you're on pixie dust. You're
You
not.
get 3 in and hopefully 3 or 4 out. It would be
Yeah,
my
yeah,
guess.
that's facts. And
Yeah.
Bill, yeah, yeah, and just
7 out would be amazing, but I mean,
I,
if you're counting the guys whose contract just ran out, then I guess you could get 7, but you still gotta sell 3 or 4.
Robert D. Lum says, walk away if the next bid is rejected. Walk away.
Depends what
Walk
the next
away.
bid is.
Well, the third bid that got rejected was what? The second bid that got rejected was it
55 and 55 and like 7.5 on
right,
add-ons or
something
something
like
like that.
that. But it came up to 7. It came up to 60 in total.
Yeah,
But Brentwood wants 60
for
mil
us.
up front right now, and
Yeah,
everything else is
plus the
extras.
add-ons. Yeah.
So to answer Robert Dixie, your question, if we come in with 57 up front, we're fronting. We're doing the bad deal. So
At this point, we're 5 mil off. I mean, maybe.
DJ Copperrator says, yeah, I mean, just imagine if we don't come with 60 up front, what are we doing?
Yeah, just get it fucking done.
Just get it fucking done, man. Just buy it. Just do it. Stop acting like you're cute.
You're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Just
Stop acting
do it.
like you're
Like,
smart in this bitch.
yeah,
Just get it done. Don't be a dumb smart motherfucker. Let's say, just come on, man. Let's go.
you're
Don't
gonna
be
lose some
surprised if they
Bumo
build.
for 2.5 mil. Manchester United, biggest club in the world. 2.5
Yeah.
mil. We walk away. Nah, man. Give them the 60. Maybe you can probably lighten the add-ons up a little bit if you give them the 60.
This thing goes here. Don't be surprised if Benmo deal announces tomorrow because it's still going to last season's final period. Well, if we went to the last day at DJ Copper Radio to sign the deal, I don't know. It's Tuesday. You start the whole period over. I don't know. Tell me the benefits of adding more money onto this PSR
I don't
when
know
you
that
can
we
start
could
fresh.
add it onto this one or not. We might be able to, but I don't know.
Well, if it's still within I don't know. Mikey can tell you
I don't know
if
where
it's
we're
still
at.
with the financial total. If you do it if you do it before July 1st, it just goes on to this current period. So I don't know. Seems like we're July 1st is where it's at. That's what everybody's trying to say right now. Anyway, one question: Osherman or Gukharez? Who would you prefer United? You want to
I'd
answer
probably
that, B?
I'd probably take Osman.
You'd probably take Osherman.
He's better in the air, and I don't know. I think he would work a little better, assuming we get Mbumo and we have Cunha. I think that front three would be good. I would be stoked on either of them, to be honest. I'm not knocking Bucharest, um, but Mbumo is really like one of the better crossers in the league. I
Oh no
think
no
he
no no no. They said this Osherman or Gukharez. I'm sorry, my bad. Who would you
Yeah,
take?
I would take Osman. I think he would work
Devin.
better with those two wingers.
Yeah,
And Goodwin.
I like Osman way better. I just think he's someone where, I mean, he's a threat. He's the real deal. He can
Yeah.
be the best. He could be the best striker in the world right now. Currently, I mean, in the market, I think when you player like that makes defenders say, just for his athletic ability alone,
Mhm.
player defenders are going to be like, I got to respect dude because he can out jump me. He's pace. He's got pace. And
Yeah,
when he clocks the ball, when he bangs the ball, pause. He bangs the shit out of that.
yeah,
He doesn't
yeah.
play play. He doesn't
You
play
got
play.
you got
He's a
Gannon.
dude.
I
He's
think
got that
I think
Mamba mentality.
I just think he would complement Cunha and Bumo better than Gukares. But
Okay.
Gukares could work as well. I just think for picking one or the other, I'd go Osman.
Yeah, yeah. Osman is, but then there's the positive of Gukarez. He knows the system already. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Gukares, I'd be stoked on Gukares. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But to answer your question, we both like Osman better. Stateside Mikey said, Ollie Watkins and Rashford don't play the same position. Yeah, I get that, but for some reason during the season, I don't watch Villa like that. Maybe you could answer the question: why was it being presented that Ollie Watkins was upset that Rashford was impeding his play style and getting in the way of his shit? So to me, my if they play the same position or not, I just felt honestly when Ollie Watkins was the guy for Villa, the team did they looked way better. They already had the chemistry, and I felt Rashford his injection to Rashford so early and so frequently kind of slowed that down. That's me personally. Position or not, Rashford got in the way with Ollie Watkins. Thank you for your comment. I thought Mikey don't watch the show. Chelsea getting two players in less than in 5 days, and United one player going in the month. We oh my God, we're done, and that is M. Oh my God, I can't even say. What did I say? M. Zyke? Excuse me, I'm destroying the name. I'm squinting, but we don't have bread, people. We don't have bread.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea has bread. Chelsea owns the Dodgers and the Lakers. Nobody understands that flex. They don't understand that.
Money.
They dropped 10 bill for 66% of the Lakers. Not even the full purchase. 10 billion. Manchester, the Glazers can't, for some reason, can't sell Manchester United. They didn't ask the right motherfucking people. They sure as hell didn't ask the right motherfucking people, and they probably got the deal that they wanted. Where this dude is giving them 2 billion every fucking Ross Club every year and just feeding them money while and running the team like, well, we tried to slay how he's running the team, but this is the first time the team finished not in the negative. Wow, it's a gang of comments. We trying to save 5 million. Yeah, 5 million. Is that what that says?
I think
5
that's
year.
what he's saying. Yeah, £5 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
we
he's talking
are.
about
But
that Mbumo deal.
yeah, well, if the way that things are going, like we keep saying, these are all feelers. These weren't real bids anyway. They weren't going to lock this bid up before July 1st. That's what I'm trying to say, people. I don't think they were going to try and lock it up for before July 1st anyway. So the new financial year starts July 1st. Yeah. So this is the thing. Someone says some people are complaining that we're not getting the bid done in time, and that's a shame. But if the club's already on the mindset we're going to do it July 1st, it don't matter.
Yeah,
These are all feeler bids. Even if we would have said, if we would have said, if Brentford would have said, all right, bid accepted, we still probably wouldn't have did it till July 1st.
yeah,
Because from what I'm understanding is if we Did it this year, do it before July 1st. It goes on to this current PSR, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But it seems like it'd be better to start fresh. And then I don't
Well,
think we plan on getting a lot of players anyway. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and for Brentford, they're starting fresh, plus with 60 million coming in day one, day two. Uh, so they and Brentford, a team like Brentford could make a few moves with 60 million. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So
They
so
know how to make those moves.
yeah. So I mean, I think it's beneficial for both clubs to do it on the new one. I don't know where like if they were like Villa where they were getting close to the borderline, then they'd probably push for it to be done already. But assuming they're fine with PSR, then yeah, it could just get fills their coffers more to starting
Yeah.
for the 25-26 season.
Okay. Here we go. Forget Oshman, guys. His wages are way too high. That's another issue too. Oshman gonna want 300 to 25, 300,000 to 250,000 a week. Yeah, that's way out. Gurkers is my guy. That's from DJ Copper. I personally prefer Gurkers. He was the top scorer in Europe and he knows Amber system. That's a good argument. Yeah, you don't watch Villa. No, I have a life. I don't play video games. Um, once Manchester United plays, I'm in the streets. I'm not going to defend that. I don't have time to watch. I'll watch as much Premier League as possible. Like when we're at the pub. When we're at the pub, so there's a game on before. I might watch it before because I'm showered, and I'll watch it start. Game on after. Let's watch Tottenham. Let's watch Chelsea. And I'm like, I got somewhere to go. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
I
good.
get it. I love it. I get it. I'm sorry. I mean, I try to be as knowledgeable about it as possible, but like I said,
Yeah.
I got a lot of responsibilities. But I get it. I get it. I don't even play video games no more. I haven't played video games in 8 years. I just yeah. But the back to the argument is now he's attacking me because I don't watch Villa. The argument is Rashford got in the way with Ali Watkins' play, and my original argument is I felt like it might have hurt their team chemistry a bit. You know, I don't know. I think when you have a guy that's got you there, and that goes back to Garnacho's argument. Why he didn't play me in the Europa final? You got this Mason Mount dude starting and getting 70 minutes, and he ain't did nothing. And I done way
Plus,
more. I got you there.
plus, you didn't sign the guy, so it'd be one thing if he was like, "Are you? We're going to sign him after the loan's done," but you sent him back. So like, you did all that for nothing, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of interrupted the progress with Watkins for this Rashford experiment. It didn't work, but like you still have Watkins.
And I'm not blaming Rashford though. You
No, no, no,
know,
no, no.
I'm more or less blaming the
That was
coach.
Emery. Yeah,
Yeah, Rashford did work hard for them, and I get it. Emery saw Rashford come to life, and being direct and trying to get his thing going. But the reason why they were doing so good up to that moment was because what Ollie Watkins provided to that team. They knew where he was. They understood the team chemistry. Infusing Marcus Rashford into it, I felt it might have hindered them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then in big, some of the what was the argument again? Rashford was played against PSG, and the coach must have saw something. I think the coach went on what Rashford did, Rashford's reputation of what he did against PSG before, and he was hoping that could have happened too. Instead of just being consistent and going with your guy who got you to the point where you're playing the PSGs and shit like that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So sometimes coaches overthink it. Trust me, I get it, but Serena Williams bought Chelsea. Yeah, she's part of that group. Guker said he would choose Arsenal first, and I don't want him at United. I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He's kind of still B. He's kind of still waiting for Arsenal because Arsenal hasn't fully committed to Sesko yet. So he does prefer Arsenal over. Do you feel like that's something you would be concerned about, or be willing to be like he's not worthy of picking up because he
It's a,
prefers Arsenal?
it leaves a little, I guess, a little bad taste in your mouth, but like it makes sense. Like, what the hell do we have to offer the guy? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to fly to Europe play all these European games, do you? During the middle of the season? No, we don't have to do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
you,
like,
yeah,
yeah. So, uh,
yeah. You're not gonna
you
play
know,
in no exotic games. You're just gonna be
yeah, you got
playing.
no chance to make some extra cash or nothing. Like, we're just playing league and that's it. And we're gonna
Hey, but
try and win the Carabao or something. You know what
we
I
can give
mean?
you some good FA Cup, some MK Dons if you want.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. No, I mean
So
it is what it is, man. Yeah, there
it's business.
people. This is gonna come off wrong. Players should want to be enticed. I'm trying to say this without sounding like I'm riding Arsenal. Players should want to be enticed by what Arsenal can offer. Premier League um, contention. You're in the top three teams in the Premier League. Um, Champions League. So those are a system that where the coaches there's more depth. There's a better team.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's intrigued by Arsenal, it's not a crazy thing. It's not a wild thing. It's business, like B says, it's business. So don't let that rough you up too much. If he signs with us, you forget. If he signs with us and he scores in the first 10 games, he's got like fucking Ross Clot 9 goals and 3 assists. You'll be calm. You'll be singing the Victor Gukares song. If there's a Gukares song, you'll be singing it.
It'd be all good. Yeah. Yeah.
But I get that. I hate Arsenal with a passion too, but I don't want to put too much of that. DJ Cobra said East Side Brothers, Boston, Jamaicans, uh, sh- uh, strang out here, gang out here. Forgive me. Yeah, salute to Boston. I got mad Boston friends. Boston people are crazy, first of all. New Yorkers are crazy in their own way, but Boston folks are so loud. Like, they're just like, yo, what up? Yo, over here. Yo, what the fuck, Casey? Who's this? This your fucking friend? Who's this fucking guy? I'm like, why are you so loud, Dino? I got a boy named Dino. Like, hey, Case, who's these fucking guys? Are these some bloods? You bringing fucking Crips up into my crib? I'm like, Dino, what the fuck, bro? But I love him.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
is so loud. Hey, Case, you guys gonna get some scotch? Don't bring that cheap Hennessy shit in here, what you guys drink. Don't bring that in here. I'm like, Dino, but you're loud. Everybody can hear you. But anyway, salute to Boston. Brentford paid 5 million for Mbumo. Yeah, they're making the bag. They're making the bag. That's good recruiting. That's what we're trying to get to. That's good. That's when you have a good back room. That's what we're trying to get to. Stateside Red Mikey says, but how can you say this and admit that you're not watching Villa? Is what I'm saying. So he's saying, how can I say that Ollie Watkins was upset because Marcus Rashford came in and took away from what he was doing? I read it on Twitter that Ollie Watkins was complaining about it. So if I'm wrong, am I wrong, Mikey? I feel like I'm waiting for him to tell me I'm wrong. So Thanks, Mikey. What's good, my brother George? Yeah, Jamaican, Casey, Jamaica all day. I'd rather have the second coming of Jesus Christ before I see another bullshit season from United. Wow, that's deep. I'd rather have the second coming of Jesus Christ before I see another bullshit season from United. We're gonna have a better season. On that note,
Could
I'm
be
saying we're
better.
gonna have a
Yeah.
we better have a better season. Um, Christ our returned and is Selassie. Oh, he's a roster. Okay, I get it. And Schmikey says, I heard that Sporting won't sell him less than 80 mil. Now that the holes in our pocket, we can really get near this. Oh yeah, with the holes in our pocket, we can't even get rid of Onana and Rashford, Garno, Rashford, and he said, yeah, we got holes in our pocket. Everybody knows our situation. Apparently, the president of Sporting came out, and he's basically challenging Victor Gyökeres's um, agent. You know, he's basically saying that why would you sell it? Why would you sell him so cheap? You know, he thinks that we can get a lot more. He can get a lot more for Victor Gyökeres. So Sporting's manager agent is saying that United's basically coming in with bids that's going to be around 60 million pounds, and he's like, no, he should be at least 80. And this, and Saiki's right. I'm killing your name too. He's right. Yeah, the agent's basically he's basically the president of Sporting is basically saying that if Gyökeres has a good agent, he would not settle for these low wages that United's talking about. He should at least want to get him off for 80 million. He brought João Pedro into it. He's brought all these other people into it, saying that he even said Cunha. It's like Cunha is basically just a little bit younger than him. That's they he United pay more for him than what they're asking for Gyökeres. So it makes
Yeah.
sense. I can't believe United would only want to pay 60 mil for Gyökeres. Is that right? I saw that today and I thought it was crazy. I don't know. I think everything we'll see what happens July 1st. But
Yeah.
that goes back to the argument. Once we sign in Bumo and then we get Victor Gyökeres, it ain't gonna be much popping. I mean, after
If
Mbumo, we
we
need
get
to try to
Guterres,
sell. We need to
yeah.
sell about three dudes. You
I don't
know,
think we'll be doing much until we get some sales going after Mbumo.
that's what we
Like,
need to be talking about. Is what's going on with the sales? I mean, Malasia is gonna be coming back from PSV.
nobody want
Boy,
Malasia.
man, July 7th could be a waste man camp. It could be just pair dudes that the coach don't like, just all in camp.
All these dudes that don't want to be there, like morale's gonna be great.
Morale's gonna be spectacular. You know what I'm
It'll be
saying?
awesome.
There's gonna be clicks all over the. It's gonna be dudes in the certain corners and sitting there talking shit.
Oh
Nah.
yeah.
I forgot to mention I do music. Please post, share my tune anywhere possible. I'm not in the way of interested fan. Oh, okay. I'm simply trying to send out a positive message. All right, we'll check it out. I listen to a lot of music. I'm right now. I'm on the Alchemist produced rappers like E.C. Nack, Al Davino. I'm into the boom bap right now. I like hip hop. I like dudes with bars. But when it comes to my Jamaican culture, I listen to dancehall. I like bashment. I'm not heavy into the culture. That's my uncle and them. They Selassie, but me, I'm into the I'm into the grime. I'm into the I'm into not the positive music. My shit is gangster. I'm sorry. I like ignorance. I like ignorance. But anyway, but I love culture. I appreciate it. It's a time and place. If the season were to start tomorrow, who would you start with the players that we have right now? If the season was going to start tomorrow, who would I start with the players we have right now? Wow. If the season would start tomorrow, and think about it, B. So think about who's in camp with the team you have right now, and keep it 100. Who would you start? I want to hear this. Because remember, everybody's there. Ganacho, Sancho, Rashford.
I,
Um,
are we saying Cunha's there now? I mean, Cunha's there, right?
Cunha's there, but Mbumo's not there.
Boom on there. I'd probably put a mod on the
The right what?
right wing.
Mm.
Uh, Hoyland at 9, Cunha on the left wing, Ugarte and Fernandez in the mid. Damn, who else we got on?
You weren't ready
Dorothy.
for that. This is a fucked up question to hit you with today.
Yeah.
We're both hungover, and now they got us thinking.
Backline probably be Euro
Yeah, who's your
Maguire.
right 10? Mikey said, "Who's your right 10?" You got.
It'd probably be Ahmad.
So Mazda 10, right wing back is
Delo
um.
or
Oh, that's
Maz.
trash. I wouldn't.
Maz.
No, that's
Yeah,
trash.
Maz and Dorku on the wings or on the wing backs.
um, my team will be a little bit more controversial. And I'm just going to go off because the guys that we have now, and I'm just going to say this is this. I'm putting at the 9. I'm putting Marcus Rashford at my left 10. I'm going to put Cunha at my right 10. This is the tricky one. Uh, and this is my team, my preference. And my right 10, people not going to like it because my midfield's going to be slow. I'm putting Bruno at the right 10. My right wing back is Ahmad. Am I missing someone else at the right 10? Ah, we still got Ganacho.
Still got Nacho. He can come off the bench.
But I want to put Kobe and Ugarte in my midfield. I know that sucks. It's no legs, but I just feel like Kobe's going to bounce back. But Ahmad at the right wing back. The left one is Dorgu. Center backs, this is tricky. Uh, well, I normally have Euro, Delit. Who's the last one? The Butcher. Um, no, fuck that. If the Butcher's not healthy, I'm gonna put I put. Do I put Euro on that side? Because I'd rather have Maz. If the Butcher is hurt, I'd rather have Maz, Euro, and Delit as my center backs, as my starting 3. In some way, I would have to do that because I think Maz is such a good center back. I actually like him better center back than I like him as one of our wings, those wing guys,
Okay.
because he really doesn't offer much progressively, but defensively he's a gem. He's magnificent.
Yeah, I like
So
Maz. Yeah.
so if you're going with players that we have now, that would be it. I would put Rashford at the 9 just because he just told Barca he would do it. So you're gonna do it for us.
Yeah.
And I'd rather
Show
have
Barca you
Rashford
can
at
do
I'd rather have Rashford at the 9 than um Rasmus. I'm I can't watch Rasmus. I can't. I pray that we don't watch Rasmus go through a season like that again. That
it.
was
Yeah.
absolutely disgusting for a striker. And I had the nerve as a dickhead to say he was going to score 20 goals. I said that publicly. I
I didn't think
backed
he
him.
was
I
going to
said,
score that much, but
"Oh, I did."
I thought he was going to do well, like
Uh,
probably like 10 or so.
and Mikey will never let me live it down, even though you know what I'm saying. And I just got to take it. Me and Sean was just on it. It was like I thought because the first season he showed. You didn't think he showed something in the first season?
I thought he did. I did some promise there. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, all right. And he was young, so it's like, all right. give him a little time. But yeah, with not having any other nines to develop alongside, yeah,
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Let me get some of these comments in. You guys are killing me with the comments, man. I don't read. Reading is not my thing, and Mikey's probably losing his mind somewhere right now.
Mikey's
Okay,
confident.
and Boomadoo done this coming week. Hopefully, it's done this week.
Be
You
good.
know, that'd be magnificent. I think starting camp with Mbumo and Cunha it's it's better. It's good. But then you're gonna look at hopefully we can get at least 3 outs before camp starts. I would love to see 3 outs.
Yeah,
Uh, Mikey says we'll play your strong. He said we will play your song next stream. Rapper D. Oh, this Mikey says that's facts. Mikey, you listening to it? The right 10, we saw that. We don't play with wingers anymore with facts. Who's your goalkeeper? It's got to be Onana.
yeah. Not gonna be heating. Um, yeah, it's Sonana. I mean, we're not getting rid of him this year.
Yeah, he's our goalkeeper.
Yeah,
And I
he's our
feel
keeper.
I feel that oh God, I hate when I try to I do too much feelings and Mikey gets on me for that. I get too much emotion into it. Um, I feel with a better attack is going to take pressure off of Nana, and we might see a better Nana. Is that a risk to say, guys out there? Chat, is that a risk?
I think we talked
Um,
about that before. Yeah,
do you guys think Nana step up? Yeah, yeah, George. Yeah, I think he'll step up. With a better attack, I feel he should be better. Yikes. Um, Perez, I think Anana will come and stay. He'll step up. Yeah, everybody's feeling Anana. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Harlan's got to go. Yeah, well, Inter's still lurking around. Listen, guys, we got to remember July 1st, the international window starts. So hopefully next week the phone is ringing off the hook. But we got to remember, you selling Erasmus. Now you're going to need 2 strikers. So if we only bring in Victor Gutierrez, we
you're gonna use
still don't have depth. We still need strikers.
unless you're gonna
You
use
can't
Obe
sell him.
and have Obe be the backup, but
I, I,
he,
I,
he's young.
I, he- in the dream world, you'd want him to be the backup, but then you got to be like, he's so young.
Or yeah, or Rashford's committed to like the 9 spot, and that's just we just use him as a 9 now. If assuming he doesn't go.
Yeah, and then I want him to get a championship loan. That'd be great. If he's not, because we can have Wheatley. We got another big academy kid. Pause.
Oh wait,
Wheatley. That who could be the third string. Worst comes
he's
to
almost
worst, if
there.
we only sign Victor Gyokeres, we got to keep Rasmus. Just
Yeah,
for the goalie, I mean, the number 9 depth. Yes, there's Zersky too. So, well, I guess we could sell Rasmus and bring in some cheese. But see, this is the problem with Rasmus, everybody. We talk about he's got to go. Nobody wants to pay his wages. That's
we're
another
gonna take a
problem.
big old hit on that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another problem. So he'll be another loan too.
yeah.
Um, I hope he drives to the ball this season because he cost us European League final. Yeah, there's a lot of hopes coming in. There's a lot of hopes coming in. I wouldn't go near on a first match against Arsenal. We'll concede 3 goals. The guy's a joke. Is a joker and a goal and a dancer. Mikey says 20 goals. I know it, man. You also said Rashford was better than Mbappe. God damn it, Mikey, leave me alone right now. Oh yeah, man. Adrian. Adrian. I didn't say that. Did I say that? I said there was no difference between. I didn't say it wasn't better. I said there was no difference between Mbappe and Rashford. and I can't remember what my argument was, but I didn't say he was better. I said they're the same. They are the same. They cost cheese. They don't produce. Well, Mbappe, I can't do. He's produced. He's produced. I mean, let me put all jokes aside. Let me put all jokes aside. Yeah, my Rash. I don't know what in the moment I was on. I said Rashford. There's no difference. Oh, because at the moment Mbappe wasn't doing shit. That's what it was. He wasn't doing shit. He wasn't scoring no goals. And I was like, there's no difference between Rashford and Mbappe right now. That's what the argument was. See, Mikey has taken that out of structure. He's taken it out of the time frame where the argument's from, and he's brought it back to me again. We let the remember we've let a lot of stuff Mikey says go. That's one thing we don't do. We don't bring back. We don't rehash it. So during that time frame, chat, Rashford wasn't doing shit, and Mbappe wasn't doing shit. So I said there's no difference between Rashford and Mbappe. Mikey has remixed it. He's done his bad boy thing, and now I said that he was better. That's not what I said. At that moment, I said there was no difference between Mbappe and Rashford. And during that time, it was true because they were both doing clock. So now it's a different thing. That argument's done. Mikey's slick, bro. He is slick, boy. Anana's gonna have the most own goals this season. George, come on. See, that's what we gotta do. Let's at least try to bring in some new support and new positivity.
Yeah.
Um Ron says that and Psyche, Anana will step up. Ron says no risk, not a risk, not a risk, Cass. Not a risk. I take risks all the time. Onana will step up for 2 seasons, guys. For 2 seasons, was a joker, guys. He cost us titles. Man, champ. Okay, guys, listen. We know what Onana did. We know. And trust me, it's another financial thing. We don't have the bread to change the goalie. Hopefully,
Yeah.
with a new attack. And yeah, Onana's painful. To me, Onana might be one of the worst moves Eric Ten Hag did because we had an excellent goalie at the time named David De Gea, who was there. There was no need to get rid of David De Gea, even though some people won't forget making a penalty in the Europa League final, but he's a goalie. You know, Onana's already, yes, Onana in David De Gea's career, mistakes that went to goals. I think David De Gea had 15 in his United career. Onana's already at like 12. So those are some horrible, and the numbers might be wrong, guys, but it's something like that. Onana's trash. He's trash, but don't forget, he's had the most shots come at him
Yeah.
in this last 2 years. This has got to be, and that's a big pause, but he's had the most shots attempts come towards him. That's not easy work. He's shell shocked. He's been shell shocked. He's under pressure. You got to remember, he comes into games knowing that there's a good chance we don't score any goals. We
Yeah.
say there's a
Yeah.
good chance that Bruno doesn't score, we don't score. Not one Ross clock goal. So that's pressure for a goalie. That's when the goalie is a little bit more tense. Let's 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 see what a new attack does. Let's give him a chance to experience going at halftime up 2-0 more. Or going up 1-0 at half. Let's see how he deals with it. But if he's exhibiting the same stuff that he did the last 2 years, of course we gotta get rid of him. But right now, this summer, you might as well remove that stress from your mind. Like we need a new goalie. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening. And yeah, we can't force him out, but we don't have the money to force him out. You know what I'm saying? User 7447 says Liverpool fan here. I'm also from Liverpool. Can't wait till we meet in October. Um, um, all I can say, I had a Liverpool fan over here at the crib yesterday. He's the chef. I've never seen someone with so much happiness and glee. Uh, you know when we know when they looked at somebody and said, tell a gal, "Oh, you look good. You have a glow." He had a glow to him because he saw my United, you know, flags and
Oh
shit and
yeah.
everything, and he was just like, and he was like, "Oh yeah." Then he just ran it down. It was the worst thing is that he came into a United house yesterday because it just gave him reasons to chat to me. So he was just like, "Oh yeah, we spent good money." He's like, "Yeah, we're coming with a team next year." And I'm just like, "Ah, shit."
Right.
You know, he's all like, "Yeah, but we should get together and watch the match together." I was like, "Well, that's what we're fucking not going to do. I'm not watching no fucking." Yeah, yeah, Liverpool, you did the business this summer, but you know what? Um, yeah, I just, uh, say salute to you, user 7447. Mikey puts in Liverpool with the disgusting faces. Robert D. Larson says, I'd rather get Mateta. Okay, I keep hearing about Mateta from Crystal Palace B. And I think that's a harder deal to be done than people believe. For example, Palace is going to be playing in Europe next year.
Mhm.
Palace is going to be have an opportunity to try and compete for top six again. Why would
Yep.
they let Gump? We're the audacity for people to think that you can just go get this guy from Palace and be like, yeah, we want this guy, and Palace is gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, just give us like 40, give us 45, just give us 45 for him. Nah, Palace is gonna be like, nah, bro, we're in Europe for the like the first time
Yeah.
in our fucking
However
lineage,
long. Yeah.
however long it is. We got big things to do. We're better than you, Manchester United. We're better than you right now. We got more things going on than y'all. No, we want your players. How about that? We're gonna take your players.
You can
So
be a
yeah,
feeder club.
Rapper D, I get what you're saying. That that's a good fallback on, but some of these teams ain't really twerking for us. They're gonna be like, whoa, we're in Europe, bro. What are you talking about? You want no, you can't have them. No, hang up the phone. Tell them Fergie. If it ain't Fergie, we ain't talking. Onana had nothing to do with the finals, with that final, laughing my fucking ass. Yeah, but Mikey, some people I've heard people blame Onana for giving up that goal against Tottenham because they were just saying it was just he could have done more. But I don't blame Onana for that. Do you blame Onana? I blame us not being able to score any fucking goals. The reason why
Yeah.
we lost that against Tottenham. We
Exactly.
couldn't score against Tottenham.
We didn't have anything going in that game, really. Yeah, but then again, that's like we're blaming Onana for losing 1-0. Like imagine that's when you're talking about the pressure on him because of the lack of our scoring. Like perfect example. And then we're like, oh, you gave up the goal. It's your problem. Like, well, what about the three guys up front that didn't do shit like for 90 minutes? You know what I mean? So I think Onana gets a little extra hate because of that. Granted, he's not a good keeper, but people need to be more upset with why are we not scoring? Like we average whatever we average goals a game, and it's like horrible. You know what I mean? Because we just, like you said, you couldn't be confident that we were going to score in a
Uh,
match. And you don't know. We might not score. Like you know, so
let me see here. Okay, we got to wrap this up because I just realized we've been on here an hour and a half. I got things to do. Just won the league 20 times, Mikey. That wasn't to argue. Mbappe scored 40 goals. And you geniuses were trying to rewrite history in the all season. Okay. I have it on video. Okay, Mikey has a video. Okay, guys, let's nip this in the bud. Okay, I was wrong. It's, Rashford's not better than Mbappe. Okay. All right, Mikey, thanks. And it's Palace with Manchester United on the come up. Yeah, well, first of all, we don't have bread. Um, teams like Palace are gonna be like, we don't want installments, we want money up front. And as much and the reason why we are really still in for Mbumo, guys, Mbumo, he wants Manchester United. I think if it
Yeah.
was in any other situation, we're lucky that that's the case because,
Same with
like I'm
Cunha.
saying, we don't even know if Marteta wants Manchester United. We're just
Yeah.
saying everybody's just looking at him as a prospect, and be like that's a good striker to go get, who's Premier League proven, yeah, Ray, and Manchester United should be after him. But what makes us think that he? And
Any
I'm just
desire to
saying,
come.
yeah. So the reason why Mbumos are it's hard to walk away from. Like someone said, "Oh, if the third bid doesn't go in, do we walk away?" He wants to play for Manchester United, so that's the main reasons we were still hanging in there.
Yeah.
Rapper D says Onana should saved it, but the whole lineup was dead. Amron selected the wrong lineup. We can debate that, and if and this is the last topic we're gonna say on tonight's show. I don't know, Brian, if you have any closing thoughts. Um, he, if I didn't just, if one thing I say about Anana's coaching, I mean, Amherst coaching that game, the coaching's involvement in that game. If the, I wasn't so mad at the lineup as much as I was mad at him not making adjustments a lot sooner. I felt that waiting to the 72nd minute was ridiculous. I think we could have made some short changes at halftime, you know, because you're in the last game, the last chance of the most important game. Some guys weren't showing us shit in the first half. And I think he could have just been like, nah. That would have been the game I want to see him take some risks. Be like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and play this guy now.
Yeah.
I know this guy's going to bring an energy now, or this guy's not on right now. So, that's the only thing. And I get what you're saying. Some people didn't like the lineup, but I'm just saying I'm not mad at the lineup as much as I was mad at his in game coaching and his in game decisions. Let's see goes Mateta wouldn't say no United. We don't know that Sums was late for real. Yeah, that's it. We talked about it. B, any last comments? Anything you want to say? I feel like I talked, man. I don't even get into the funny shit. We
I
talked.
think
We got listen. Go ahead.
oh good, good. Do your funny
I
shit.
said we talked way too much United this week.
It ebbs and flows. Um, yeah, I think Mbumo will be done this week. Uh, hopefully we start seeing some sales after Tuesday. Or at least some like serious talks, like people making us legitimate like offers to buy people, instead of just like kind of you know doing the feelers. But yeah, should be good. I think Mbumo lands next week though. Probably the
Yeah,
big thing.
this gonna be this will be this camp starts July 7th. Everybody, first match of July 19th. Mikey, tell me if you guys tell me against Leeds. Um, I think those two crucial days. If July 19th, if we go to the that first match against Leeds, preseason, and we don't have guys in camp like Mbumo. And Mbumo's not in by July 7th. Something
Something's
is
up.
crazy.
Yeah.
Bless you guys. Thanks for doing the show. Love and light. Big ups. Big ups. Respect to you, my guy. Guys, thanks for tuning in to United Untapped. That's Brian. I'm Casey. We're once again this from the West Coast. I want to thank everybody chiming in. Thank you for Mikey for keeping me on point. Rapper D for tuning in. Um, the scouts for turning in. Who else am I missing? I know I'm missing George in Psyche. Boy, we people gonna should be killing me. DJ Copa representing Boston. Anybody I missed? I think that's everybody. Yeah, but everybody thank. Oh yeah, Marcus Lund. Everybody, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks,
United
guys.
Tab. Everybody have a good evening and like let's have a good week, guys. Up the fucking res. Peace, my guy.
Peace.
Yeah.